In the heart of South Africa, a legacy has been woven into the fabric of history, a legacy that stretches across a century. Picture this, it's 1923, a time when the world was on the brink of an incredible transformation. Ford, a name synonymous with innovation, had just set foot on South African soil. The iconic Model T, known as the Tin Lizzie, had already revolutionized the automotive industry with its pioneering assembly line. The world was changing, and Ford was leading the way. The Roaring Twenties saw the Ford Motor Company producing an incredible 9,000 vehicles a day. This was made possible by Henry Ford's unwavering commitment to making motoring affordable for everyone. In 1913, Ford introduced the world to the moving assembly line, reducing vehicle production time from 12 hours to a mere 90 minutes. But the story doesn't stop there. To meet the global demand for the Model T, Ford expanded its horizons, establishing operations in South Africa. In November 1923, the Ford Motor Company of South Africa was born, making history as the first global automaker to establish operations on the African continent. Picture the bustling assembly lines where the first South African Ford models were brought to life in 1924. By the end of 1925, Ford was dominating the South African market, with 18,118 licensed Fords on the road. The iconic Model T production concluded in 1927, after an astonishing 15 million units had rolled off the assembly line. Little wonder the Model T was named Car of the Century by motoring experts in 1999. It has indeed made automobiles accessible to the masses. In 1930, Ford Motor Company of South Africa moved to a new factory in Harrower Road, embarking on a journey that would see it evolve into a cornerstone of the industry. In the 1960s, Ford made significant investment in the domestic automotive sector. A R4 million expansion initiative in 1962 marked the construction of a parts and accessory warehouse in Struendale and the development of a new test track. And in 1963, a landmark R8 million investment led to the creation of the Struendale engine plant. Ford's dedication to innovation continued as it purchased a 3,400-acre site called Redcale, creating a proving ground that featured 4 test tracks. In 1968, a product development and engineer facility was established, birthing many local developments unique to South Africa.
Ons het 'n Beitsford Cortina in die agterjaard.
Remember the Cortina bakkie? That's a South African original.
'n Beitsford Cortina.
'n Beitsford Cortina!
'n Beitsford Cortina.
'n Beitsford Cortina.
In the 1960s and 70s, Ford's investments bore fruit as the Struendale assembly plant came to life, specifically designed for the Cortina production. Port Elizabeth has often been referred to as the Detroit of South Africa, a testament to the city's vital role in the thriving vehicle manufacturing sector. However, the 80s brought political turmoil, leading to Ford's negotiation with Amcar and Anglo-American, resulting in the birth of the South African Motor Corporation SAMCOR in 1985. This saw Ford's vehicle assembly operations being relocated to the SAMCOR plant in Silverton. The company's engineers had to come up with innovative solutions to keep their product range appealing and competitive during the strict sanctions and isolation of the apartheid era. The 90s marked a turning point as Ford acquired a 45% equity stake in SAMCOR from Anglo-American in 1994. In 1997, the production of the Ford Fiesta began at the Silverton assembly plant, earning the prestigious title of South African Car of the Year just a year later.
Wait a minute. It's New Year's Eve 1999.
The dawn of the new millennium brought a surge of progress as Ford attained full ownership of SAMCOR, creating the Ford Motor Company of Southern Africa. It also marked the unveiling of the first generation Ranger, a powerful pickup. The Ranger was destined to be a game changer. Fast forward to 2021, and Ford embarked on a pioneering public-private partnership with government entities, establishing the Tshwane Automotive Special Economic Zone. This innovative hub, located next to the Silverton plant, set the stage for creating thousands of job opportunities for surrounding communities and significantly increased production capacity. In the same year, Ford Motor Company invested a staggering 16.8 billion rand to modernize and expand its Silverton operations for the next-gen Ranger. This comprehensive overhaul included state-of-the-art production technologies, a new stamping plant, a high-tech body shop, and the world's only Ford-owned and operated chassis plant. In 2022, Ford marked another milestone in sustainability by switching on a pioneering solar energy project at the Silverton assembly plant. Solar carports for 3,610 vehicles became one of the largest installations of its kind in the world, generating around 35% of the facility's electricity requirements. In 2023, the next-gen Ranger made history by becoming the first bakkie to win the prestigious South African Car of the Year title, while the Everest SUV secured the Adventure SUV crown. Demand for the proudly South African-built Ranger soared, surpassing supply not only in the local market, but also in over 100 international markets. As Ford celebrates its centenary this year, it's a moment to reflect on a remarkable history. A journey filled with iconic nameplates, groundbreaking innovations, generations of families, loyal customers, and a local community that have been empowered by Ford's presence. Looking back is essential as it sets the tone for an even more exciting future. As Ford steps into the next century, the adventure continues and the legacy lives on. Buckle up for the ride because the best is yet to come.